Have you ever wondered how your thoughts are connected to your body? The mind-body problem, a captivating question that has puzzled philosophers, scientists and thinkers for centuries, seeks to unravel the complex relationship between our physical bodies and our consciousness. It's like the world's most intricate jigsaw puzzle, where the pieces are our thoughts, feelings and experiences, and the picture they form is our understanding of ourselves. Imagine for a moment the sensation of a cool breeze on your skin, the taste of your favorite food, or the feeling of joy when you see a loved one. These experiences seem non-physical, don't they? They feel intangible, almost ethereal, yet they are intrinsically connected to our physical bodies. How is it that these abstract experiences, these thoughts and feelings, relate to our tangible physical selves? This question forms the heart of the mind-body problem. It's a fascinating exploration into the nature of consciousness, the essence of what makes us, us. There are two main perspectives that attempt to solve this enigma. The first is dualism, the belief that the mind and the body are two distinct entities. It's like having two different languages for the same conversation, one for our thoughts and feelings and another for our physical experiences. On the other side of the coin, we have physicalism. This perspective argues that everything, including our thoughts, feelings and consciousness, can be explained by physical processes. It's like saying that the entire conversation, the whole jigsaw puzzle, is written in the language of the physical body. Each perspective offers a unique lens through which to view this intriguing problem. They represent different paths that attempt to bridge the gap between the physical and the non-physical, the tangible and the intangible, the body and the mind. So, let's dive into these perspectives and explore how they attempt to solve this intriguing problem. Imagine you have a twin, but this twin lives only in your mind. That's a bit like dualism. Now let's delve into this intriguing concept called the dualist perspective. Dualism essentially posits that your mind and your body are two completely separate entities. Picture it like this. Your body is like a car, and your mind is like the driver. They work together, but they're not the same thing. The car can't move without the driver, and the driver can't get around without the car. They're distinct, but interconnected. According to dualists, your mental processes, things like thinking, feeling or dreaming, aren't physically tied to your body. It's a bit like how a song isn't stuck to the radio that plays it. The song exists independently of the radio, and it doesn't need the radio to exist. Similarly, your thoughts and feelings exist independently of your body, and they don't necessarily need your body to exist. This perspective suggests that your mental life could continue even if your body stopped working. It's like if your car broke down, you could still exist as the driver. For dualists, the mind is not a product of the physical brain, but a separate entity altogether. However, this doesn't mean that dualists believe the mind and body have no interaction. Quite the contrary. They argue that the mind and body interact constantly. It's just that they believe these two are fundamentally different. But why does this matter? Well, it's because understanding this perspective can help us grapple with complex questions about our existence. For instance, what makes you, you? Is it your body, your mind, or both? These are the questions that dualism encourages us to think about. To sum up, dualism suggests that our mental life is not merely a byproduct of our physical body. Instead, it argues that our mind is a distinct entity that interacts with but is separate from our physical body. That's dualism in a nutshell, but what about the other side of the coin? Well, that's where physicalism comes in. Now imagine there is no twin. It's just you. That's more like physicalism. This perspective looks at the world, and indeed the universe, in a rather straightforward manner. Physicalism, in essence, is the belief that everything in existence, including our thoughts, feelings and consciousness, is physical. What does this mean exactly? Well, physicalists argue that our minds are not separate entities floating around in some metaphysical realm. No, they propose that our minds are wholly and completely embedded within our bodies, more specifically within our brains. Consider this. When you experience a feeling of happiness, it's not some ethereal, intangible thing. It's a result of certain chemical reactions happening in your brain. When you see your favorite color, the neurons in your brain are firing in a specific pattern. When you remember your first day of school, it's because of certain connections in your brain that were formed and are being revisited. In other words, according to physicalists, our brains are the master puppeteers of our thoughts and feelings. Every emotion, every thought, every memory, they're all products of physical processes within our brain and body. Now, it's important to note that physicalism doesn't diminish the complexity or wonder of our minds, quite the opposite, in fact. It offers a fascinating perspective, one that marries the tangible and the intangible, the physical brain and the abstract mind. Physicalism also has profound implications for our understanding of mental health. If our minds are rooted in our physical brains, then mental health issues can be seen as physical health issues. This could remove the stigma around mental health and encourage more people to seek help. So, we've journeyed through the realm of physicalism, where all is physical, and our consciousness is a product of our brain's mysterious and intricate workings. So, that's the gist of physicalism, but what does this all mean in our daily life? So, why should we care about the mind-body problem? Well, it might be more relevant to your life than you think. Think about it. Every day we experience the world through our senses, feel emotions, make decisions, and even dream when we sleep. All these experiences are a dance between our mind and body. The mind-body problem helps us understand this intricate relationship. This isn't just a philosophical conundrum, it has real-world implications, influencing how we look at mental and physical health. For instance, if our mind and body are separate entities, as dualists suggest, then mental health issues might not be solely due to chemical imbalances in our brain. They could be impacted by our thoughts, emotions, and experiences. On the other hand, if our mind is purely a product of our physical brain, as physicalists propose, then physical health issues could affect our mental state. Ever noticed how you're more likely to feel down when you're under the weather? That's the mind-body connection at work. The mind-body problem also shapes our overall well-being. It encourages us to consider both our mental and physical health in our wellness journey. After all, a healthy mind promotes a healthy body, and vice versa. So whether you lean more toward dualism or physicalism, there's no denying that the mind-body problem is a fascinating topic that continues to challenge us. And there we have it, a whirlwind tour of the mind-body problem. We've journeyed through the intriguing question of how our consciousness interacts with our physical bodies, explored the dualist perspective that views them as separate entities, and delved into the physicalist perspective that sees them as one. This conundrum isn't just for philosophers to ponder, it's a part of our everyday lives. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more intriguing topics. Remember, the mind-body problem isn't just a question for philosophers, it's a question for all of us.